What up? Hello. This is day 3 of Call of the Sea. I almost said Call of Cthulhu. This is day 3 of Call of the Sea. I was at the beginning of chapter 4, which was set in like a tropical area of the map. And yeah, yesterday was a bad day, right? I spent 2 hours on chapter 3. The whole of yesterday's stream, 2 hours and 10 minutes, was on chapter 3. I could not for the life of me see the solution to the puzzle, and it was one of those areas where the whole chapter was one puzzle. So I couldn't do it, so that was it. Anyway, we're in a nice tropical environment. Pretty cool. Yeah. So quick recap before we go on with whatever this puzzle is. Essentially, we're playing as Nora, who's lost her husband. Her husband came to this island about 4 or 5 months ago to find a cure for her kind of chronic fatigue illness that she has. And he was told that the cure was on this island. We don't know who told him that or how he worked that out. I have a suspicion that he wasn't told the cure was here, but he was told there were other people with symptoms like that here. And he had an expedition here, he went missing, we're trying to find him, and we're also trying to find whatever cure he might have found. And we're basically retracing his footsteps using the research notes that he's left. Yeah, that's basically it. Our boat is coming to pick us up in 3 days, apparently. But that doesn't really have any bearing on the game. It's not like there's a timer or anything like that. And that's it. Is that a good enough intro? I feel like that was concise enough, even though it was like 3 minutes long. Graphics stunning as always. I really like the graphics in this game. I really do.
Are these figures singing like a choir?
This could actually be important, or it could just be story, because there's a lot of things like that in the game that end up being useful for the puzzles.
Heavens, looks like a rock slide crushed all the tents. All but one.
Alright, so we got... Oh! So I guess we fill in the sections that are highlighted on the thingy. Yeah, okay. Alright, Mr. Franklin Drayton Jr., 12 Grant Street, Mound Bayou, Mississippi. Dear Mr. Drayton, we acknowledge receipt of your letter of July 30th. Enclosing your application for admission to our School of Engineering, I'm sorry to inform you that we are not authorized to consider a colored Whoa, this is a letter to... Yeah, Mr. Franklin, Frank. How did I not put that together? Franklin was Frank. We are not authorized to consider a colored person for admission. I regret that we cannot help you in this regard. Yours truly, John R. Bedford, Director of Admissions, University of... and then it doesn't say university.
They didn't accept Frank in the university. They should be ashamed.
Big true. I was actually talking about the use of the word colored today, because the NAACP is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, but you're not actually allowed to call somebody colored, which is weird that they would have an organization called that, but I kind of get that it's a historic name, so they kept it. Like, I understand it. It's the same as like how Doctors Without Borders is still called Médecins Sans Frontières, even though like it's a global thing and it's not just French. But they still keep the French name.
I'm not sure if Harry ever got to read this note.
Like, it makes sense to keep the name that everybody knows something by, rather than making, like, a new name for something and having people adjust. Anyway. Mr. Harry. Oh yeah, Frank was told to call him Harry from now on, instead of calling him Mr. Everhard. Wait, is his name Everhard? Fuck. Is his name actually Everhard? Did I, like, skip over that? No way I would miss a sex joke like that. Come on. There ain't no way. There's no way I would have missed that. Is his name actually Everhart? Is it Hart? Maybe it's Hart, not Hard. Shit, where would it be? It's Everhart. Fuck. Yeah, no way I would have missed it if it was ever hard. I would have made that joke like 10 times over. Alright. You're a good man. I know you love your wife. Do yourself a favor and return home to her. Here you won't find anything but death. Leave now. Cass will try to convince you to do otherwise, but she's only interested in getting a good scoop. Don't listen to her. I have no strength left. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Frank. Wait. Did Frank's tent get crushed? But we found the admissions letter and the... Oh. Frank's gone. What a time for you to pop in and say hello. Wait, what did I say? The sex joke part? Or the part about... Oh, right. I thought it was the part before that. That's fine.
Oh,
What the fuck?
oh, I'm sorry, but art has never been your thing, old pal.
Wow. This is our husband, Harry. Drew a picture of us. I wonder if they got one of the devs to draw this. like not somebody who worked on the art for the game, but just a random dev. Anyway, what up, Malapisha? Yesterday I spent 2 hours on a puzzle. So strap yourself in for me banging my head against the brick wall in this game. It's enjoyable though. I'm really liking the atmosphere and just like the casual vibe of it. Even though it has like some scary, or not scary, but some like spooky atmospheric areas, it's not actually a horror game. It's more of just like a fun walking simulator style game. Alright, so looking at that there, that looks like, to me, that looks like north and south. So like this. Oh wait. I turned the crosshair off for more immersion. So I clicked the wrong one there. Yeah, because the thing in the back is water splashing down, so water would go north to south. Did this one over here have like a photo that went with it? I don't think it had a photo thing. Oh yeah, it does. It's also a waterfall crashing down. Ah, and up there, there's like one on the left, one's north and south, one's middle, and one's on the right. There's definitely, that's what this puzzle is, right? It's about a combination of like these inputs on the different structures. I'm sure we'll get it at some point. I don't have all the evidence yet, right? Yeah, I don't have all the evidence. It literally took 2 hours yesterday to do one puzzle because it was an organ, like an organ, a church organ made out of stone. And I had to make it play a chord. And I was convinced that it wasn't a chord. I was convinced it was a sequence.
Just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz.
The same Frank they didn't want to admit because he's black built all this stuff. Look at it. This ladder doesn't look too safe though. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think this is the type of game where the ladder would break when you're halfway through something. Wait, did you say good luck because you're leaving, Malapisha? Were you just dropping in?
No power.
There's never power. Every single game, there's no power, ever. Okay. I thought you were like, because you said, what a time to pop in and say hello, and then you said good luck. I was like, okay. I forgot, I could actually show you the puzzle, basically, without opening up the other chapter. Like, I could just go to the notes. This was the puzzle. I had to levitate, like, 3 rocks to the same level so that 3 lights went on, and that gave me these 3 sets of numbers, so 1 for each rock. Then I had to use this keyboard to transpose the numbers into musical notes, but I didn't actually need to turn them into musical notes. What I needed to do was turn them into these symbols. Then I needed to check the tide level and use a projector to turn the tide level of the projector to the like cipher that related to it. So the cipher that related to the tide being at like setting 1 meant that it would transpose to this. So then you took like 262 was a C, and the C is a single dot, and it would transpose to this, which was actually a G, and then you would play the G. So it ended up being like, I wrote it down, it was like G, C, and C sharp transposed from C, F, and G sharp, and that was it. That was as simple as the puzzle was. And then you had to open a thing in the floor because it was a new moon. So simple, and I took 2 hours. I couldn't do it.
Dead as a doornail.
Should I get power up and running first? I think I should get power running first before I like start reading everything.
There are some sort of sound devices built around this amphitheater.
Is it where the cables go?
No power. 1212, testing. Nope, doesn't work.
Old school microphone. Power. This looks like a no, it's not. It's a big speaker. Yeah, but like, it made me think that the sequence was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Which would have meant it was C, C sharp, D sharp, F, G, G sharp, and then A sharp or B flat, right? And then I thought that was the sequence, and I had to transpose the whole sequence. Because I didn't have this piece of evidence at the top. I didn't have this. So if you imagine like this page without the recorder and without these 3 notes, I thought you had to play this sequence on the piano. I'm sitting there fucking playing the piano for like 10 minutes. And it was nothing to do with it. So like, I didn't solve it because I'm somehow smart. I solved it because like, well, once I had enough evidence, it was a little bit more easy, but still, it was 2 hours.
There's a symbol inside.
2 hours, dude? Oh no. So this is the same symbol that's up on the rock to the right. Yeah, that's the same symbol as up there. Where is the power generator? Is this power?
So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right ones.
I'm so stupid, such an arrogant idiot. That rock slide could have killed everybody, and all thanks to my stubbornness. Alright, we don't want to play the wrong notes, because apparently that kills everybody. None of these look like a generator. And it looks like that's what we need. We need power to, like, do the stuff. Alright, there's one more there. I guess we should walk up here and just...
This door looks thicker than any I've ever seen.
That's probably why they couldn't blow it open using the explosives like they did with the other door. Probably why. Is there one that I didn't talk to? Did I not talk to this one? Or like click on it? I shouldn't say talk to. Yeah, I don't see where the power, like, where the power connects. Like, if I had to guess, that looks like this and this, right? But I don't think that's right. I don't think any of these are right yet. This one's taller. Is this power?
Homemade loudspeakers. Probably to amplify the sound.
Oh wow, is this another grave? Oh fuck.
Oh no! Frank died.
No! He was like the best character.
So Frank fought in the Great War.
Dude, imagine Frank fighting in fucking World War I and then still not getting to go to university because he's black.
Oh,
He had a
Frank
daughter?
had a daughter named Evangeline.
No!
What a darling.
You can't do this to me. This isn't fair. You can't make... Oh, poor Frank, dude.
I'm so sorry. He was such a talented man, and he seemed to be a good friend of Harry's.
Press F to pay respects. Here we go. Generator.
They built a turbine to generate electricity under the falling water, but the stream isn't close enough to the wheel.
Okay, we got two koi... I think we have to affect the stream, not affect the machine. Because this machine doesn't look like it can move. Can it? I don't know. Alright, let's have a look. Should I read the shit first? Let's read the shit first.
Blood-soaked rags.
Oh, fuck. So Harry was injured in his tent in the collapse. They moved him here, and then he died probably from, like, blood loss or infection.
He thought it was a flesh wound.
Try to do
It
something
kept
with this
getting
wound
worse.
from the wit's attack. No matter what I do, it still looks infected. I feel worse every day. Ah, this is the knife wound from the attack on the beach. This is nothing to do with Frank.
Bible. It must have belonged to Frank. No power.
So these won't work until the power's fixed. Right, cool.
These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine.
Okay. Okay. Don't see what that affects. So the first one's loose, and then the other two are binding. So it's not that setting. I don't really know what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. Maybe I'm trying to get it so the one on the left doesn't bind first. Yep, so they were all locked when I came here, and I think I had to come around and press the button just one time to unbind the first one on the left. Right, so now this one doesn't bind, but it still doesn't move. I'm definitely missing something else. What did she write in the log? The structure Harry's crew built is powered by a hydroelectric generator, but the waterfall isn't powerful enough to move the wheel. Well, I think maybe the waterfall needs to be made faster, right? Like it needs to have more flow. Because if this was bigger, maybe it would overlap and then it would actually hit the wheel. And then I think we have to engage the gears. So we have to we have to make it so... I would say it's like this. Like this. The circle points to the direction that it's not going to bind in. So when this is moving, we'll press this. Oh fuck, no. The circle doesn't point to the way it's not going to bind in. The circle is just like an indicator. So this is setting 1. Right? When this wheel is spinning, we can press this, and this is loose. So it will start spinning this, and then we go around the back, change it again, and then we can move in the second one. That's what it's about. But I need the water to be going faster first, I think.
I'm really sorry about Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends.
Was I muted that whole time?
Him. He's so witty.
No.
So funny.
Was I muted that
I
whole
love him
fucking...
person,
No.
But it takes
When
a
I was
lot
talking about
for
the
him to
generator,
open
was
up.
I muted the entire fucking god? No. You're kidding me. I just looked over. Is my... Wait, hold on. Ah! If I'm pressing too many keys at once in this game, my mute button doesn't work. Well, I don't know if I was muted or not.
Looks like a sneaky snapshot. She doesn't look at all happy.
This is Cass, the reporter that was here, and I think she was going crazy. I think Cass was going, like, super crazy. Was I actually muted for that entire time? I'm checking. I'm actually checking to see if I was muted. It's not that setting. No, I wasn't. I wasn't muted. Wow. I really thought I was muted the whole time, because I looked over after pressing the mute key. All right. I'm actually stuck again. I would say I'm stuck. I need to find something that I haven't touched already. The evidence on the log page shows like these three symbols, right? So there's one on the left, one in the middle, the two in the middle, sorry, and then there's one on the right. And the story looks like there's two priests. There's one with a small staff, one with a big staff, and then there's another fish guy who has a dude in chains. And it looks like he says something first, which is this top symbol, and then this guy talks. And then this one talks, and then the big guy talks again. And it definitely refers to... It definitely refers to the... Oh, I've got it. I've got it. I've worked it out. It's very simple. I'm overcomplicating it, which is like something I do all the time in these games. So this is when the big guy talks, the big guy talking here, and that symbol is on the right. So it's as simple as like you just fill that circle on the right. That's it. Like that's done. Yeah, that should be it. And then I have to do the other three. I don't think anything's going to happen when I do the other three.
I like singing so much. Harry and I often sang together.
But maybe...
When my condition got worse, Harry thought it wasn't a good idea to make unnecessary efforts. And we stopped singing. I know it was just for my own good, but my illness caused our whole lives to revolve around it.
So this one is the line with the dash in the middle. That's on the bottom, so the bottom one's filled in. And then these last two things, I think these are meant to be like tuning forks, if I had to guess. This one is also the same, though. This one is also that same symbol that should be filled in on the right. Huh? Why would there be 4 symbols with one missing? Is this one not used? Anyway, that's the top one. And that's it. Like I said, I didn't think it was gonna do anything, but it kinda tells me that that one symbol is the odd one out. Because both of these are the one with the moon. The 2 moons. Weird. I need to double check this. Because telling me that there's a symbol missing doesn't really help me either. Yeah, this one on the left. Oh my god, how did I look at this and get this wrong? This one is this one.
Did these stone columns just vibrate?
Ta-da!
Amazing! The hatches are opening.
And then that should make the waterfall hit the turbine, and then I think I've already got it into the right position. I actually didn't think that was going to do anything, though. don't think there's anything else I need to do with those pillars. Did I read everything in here yet? I didn't, right? I think I skipped this. Alright, I'll have to use the ship's turbine and juggle with the things I got from the ship to make this work. Let's see if I manage to power the whole set with just with scarce materials that I have.
Harry's convinced the answer to my illness lies inside that temple.
Temple, Black Ooze and Nora's illness got to open that door.
Nakal? So this is like Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean, right?
According to the legend that said the continent Mu sank into the Pacific thousands of years ago, its massive stone structures, generally irregular in shape, contrasted with the unique use of diamond shapes. This is reminiscent of other rhomboid symbols, such as the lozenge or the Hindu Lakshmi star. However, experts believe that in the specific case of Nakal structures, instead of representing fertility and prosperity, the rhombus was a sign of transformation and evolution.
They built loudspeakers on top of this tower to reproduce the effect of the organ. Very clever, old pal.
I don't think they were trying to reproduce the effect of the organ. I think they were trying to reproduce the sound of the singing choir.
His low spirits are obvious in this photo. What was wrong with Frank? He looks so thin.
Well, their provisions had ran out. Their provisions for their original island expedition had ran out after 3 weeks, and they decided to dash the camp, which meant like scupper the camp completely and go to the shore, and then they used the rations from the boat for I think another month, maybe this is like a month at this point. The Cassandra, the journalist, having a copy of Herman Melville's Moby Dick is pretty funny, because she seems to be pushing the group along to try and get a story, right? To have this amazing story. And I guess that's kind of like Moby Dick, right? Like he constantly wants to catch this whale, and she's obsessed with he's obsessed with catching this whale. She's obsessed with getting this story. Even urging Frank to continue the mission, even though he's like, you know, her husband. What's his name? I forgot her husband's name. I keep forgetting everybody's name. Harry. Yeah. So even though Harry like looks like he's fucking dying, right? Even though at this point somebody's been stabbed, somebody was like blown up in an explosion with dynamite, Frank got crushed, Cassandra's still pushing them to continue the mission. So there's definitely like a reason why she has Moby Dick. It's not just a random thing.
Now the wheel is moving.
So I should just press this and it should lock the first wheel. Yep, done. Alright. This is easy. So bottom pin is in, and then we're gonna cycle this around so that the pin goes through this one. We do this one next. Ta-da. Not even gonna look because it's easy peasy. And then this one is again. That should be it.
Huh, that was easy.
That was easy. A lot easier than I thought.
These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine.
Oh shit. This could just be a Simon Says thing, since we haven't found any solution to this. Ah! So this is one of these things where you press a button and it like highlights different things, right? Like if I press this, it adjusts these three. If I press this one, it adjusts these three. So you're just trying to get them all to go on. This is easy enough, I think. If I could reset it like this. Ta-da.
That should give the turbine some energy.
I'm clapping for myself. Round of applause, please. 10 out of fucking 10. Easy peasy.
Right, we did it. Now everything should be powered.
GG, boys. I love it when a plan comes together. Real talk, though. those puzzles are in quite a lot of games, so that's not the most difficult puzzle in the world to work out. You just have to get it so that there's a set of free and a set of free missing, and then it's like, press the middle one, done. I would be lying, but I think it's the room 2 has a puzzle like that. I've glitched it. I've glitched it, boys. I'm stuck on the ladder. I actually fucking glitched it. I'm stuck on the ladder. Shit. Alright, it auto-saved like a second ago, so that's fine. It probably auto-saved when there was a change to state, which would mean that, like, yeah, when this puzzle got fixed. This is the first time I've had to actually restart because of a glitch. I had one glitch on at the end of chapter 2 when I picked up a letter and I had to read this whole thing. Is there anything else to read in here now that the light is on? No. Amazing.
Oh, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on.
What? What the fuck? Oh.
Now what? What's happening this time? Where am I?
This is like that level in Scorn. I don't know if you played Scorn. Scorn had this big sand level, and it was like out of nowhere, to be honest, and then you had to find a way back inside the facility. It was fucking crazy. Let's have a good old explore out here, because this game is full of Easter eggs. Oh, got a boundary. Yeah, we have to go the way it's telling us to.
I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Was this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane. No. I would rather die than use that damned thing again. These really are ancient bones of a very ancient creature. They are so dry. I need to find water. My bed. Another memory of my illness.
Is there a little, like, bright mark in the bottom left of the game? Or is that my monitor? It's my monitor! No! Is my monitor dying? Oh no! In the bottom left of the screen, there's like a line, maybe about 2.5 inches, 3 inches long, and it's like super bright. Oh no! It's on everything. Oh no! I think my monitor's dying.
How many times did I think I was going to die lying in this bed?
Man, this is sad. Poor Nora.
I'd better find some shade before I dry right up.
If I have to buy a new monitor this year, I'm gonna be so pissed. This year I've bought like 2 new fucking hard drives,
The horseshoe-shaped pillar.
a new graphics
The
card,
diamond shape again.
new RAM as well. Like I've spent so much on PC parts and I didn't even do a new build. I didn't even replace my CPU and motherboard. Oh yeah, and my power supply. Shit, my power supply. That was the main one. When my power supply like fucked up. I hope it's just the game. I hope it's not actually my monitor that has this mark on it. It looks like it is though. It looks like there's a bright spot on my monitor, just like a row of maybe
I can't take
dead
much more of
pixels,
this.
super
I
bright
feel
pixels.
woozy.
Oh wow, is that her house?
Is that a house?
She doesn't recognize the house? Why would she not recognize the house if this is all her memories? Whoa!
A house? That's our house in Inglewood.
Look at the way the colors transition. So you go from like these desert oranges, and then when you step down here. No way, that's so cool. I know it's like a really basic thing, but that's a pretty cool little visual. It makes me think about when I played Remnant from the Ashes and how there was nothing really like that in the whole game. Remnant 1.
Am I dreaming?
I noticed that like
Or am I just
the lighting
losing
was
my
so
mind?
basic in Remnant.
Harry? That's our mailbox too. A picnic with Harry's brother and sisters. I started wearing gloves shortly after that day. I miss you so much, old pal.
How old do you think they're meant to be? Maybe like 30? Maybe they're 40? It's interesting that when she looks at this picture, she views it through the eyes of her illness, and she uses her illness as a basis for timeline. Like, a lot of people use tragedy as a way of equating like when some other events happened. So she looks at this photo, and instead of like, wow, what a great time I had with Harry and his sisters at the picnic, instead she's like, shortly after this I started wearing gloves because of my illness. You know what I mean? It's like it becomes like a lens that people look at the world through,
I am definitely losing
or
my mind.
a marker in time.
I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you...
Which is pretty good writing, because that is how people act. Dude, look at this. The transition from being underwater to like walking around. This is so well done.
Checkmate in 3 moves. Checkmate in 3 moves. Harry gave me this necklace after one of his scavenger hunts. It's a photo of my mother and me. She had just gotten worse from her illness.
She has black dots on her neck as well, so it is the music box. Like, I mean, it was obvious it was the music box that was making her ill, but like, this is just like compounding that, right? I'm testing chat because my chat just says welcome to chat. It disconnected and reconnected, I think.
The happiest day of my life. And one of the few pictures of Harry without his glasses.
True. One of the first pictures of Harry without his glasses. There's one of the little tiki idols. I shouldn't call it a tiki idol because it's the other side of the world.
The Everhart twosome. What a duo. My mother's music box. Yet again.
I don't want to play it. I want to look around the room first.
What a sweet melody.
I think I missed some stuff near the fireplace on the other side, on the left side of the fireplace. Do you think I have to use those musical notes? The duh 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 duh. See how it just played it there?
What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune. I've lived more in these last 2 days than in the previous 6 years. With my illness, I'd forgotten about the kind of person I am. I might not be daring, but I am determined. Love gave me strength, but it also gave me something to lose.
Okay. I guess I'm just going around turning on all the thingies, and once they're on, they're on. And then maybe she just sings into the microphone. She just sings that song, and then that's it. It might actually be as simple as that.
Homemade loudspeakers. Probably to amplify the sound.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what this is going to be about. She just sings into it.
Homemade loudspeakers. Probably to amplify the sound. I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot.
Bit of a glitch.
That was quite a show.
It actually sure was quite a show, right? Like, when I bought this game 4 days ago, 3 days ago, I genuinely thought that this game was like some crappy indie game that would be like really super jank. Didn't think it would have anywhere near this level of graphics or this level of bespoke, like, you know, models and all the writing, the music, the voice acting. I thought this game would be bare bones puzzle game. Because the puzzle game genre's pretty fucking like barren, right? Like, how many puzzle games come out a year? Puzzle games are such like a niche genre that when you say the word puzzle game, or if you look up what a puzzle game is, you get Candy Crush. Like, that is considered puzzle games. Not stuff like this. Things like hidden object games are considered to be puzzle games. This is a true puzzle game. I really did not expect it to have, like, look at this. Look at the way the lighting changes. Oh my, look at this. This game is beautiful. It really is. Like the little rain shader.
This feels like hallowed ground.
I guess there's going to be less writing as we continue forward because, like, I mean, at this point, the only person who I think would be taking notes would either be Harry or Cass, right? Nobody else is going to be taking notes. And then Harry's not really interested in note-taking at this point. I think only really Cass.
Are they bathing him in black ooze?
Yeah, they're covering the dude in the middle in ooze, probably to turn him into another monster, right?
His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine. Now he's some sort of man-fish?
There's a code under here. Maybe I can come back to this code once I have some type of cipher for it. I would say that this could be like a sentence, right? 2 letters, 4, and then 3. And then there's a repeated letter here. The first and third letter and the middle finger are the same. And then there's no other repeat letters. Yeah. Maybe it's a cipher.
Fish of every size and shape.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a cipher. But they're all 2, 4, and 3. So it's probably not words, it's probably just a sequence. What is going on with this one? Is this a glitch? Is the texture like projection mapped onto the wall and it's actually hitting the plant? Is this a fucking glitch? Come on, devs. What the fuck is going on? What's going on, devs? Look at this shit. Anyway. I should read stuff first.
This looks like the same kind of elevator that was in the campsite.
Upper floor, tunnel, ground floor, another elevator mechanism.
These patterns look too familiar.
Common patterns in fishes.
She sounds worried for him, I think.
Harry's been up there for 3 days now. And he isn't responding. What did he find? If I could only go up. Or wait. If I could go up. But it says here, if could go up. The writing still seems sane. As if Cass is like writing just fine. Yeah, I don't know what these patterns would be. They just look like repeated symbols.
Where is this taking me?
Oh shit. Alright, I'm saving.
Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below. I've seen this symbol in the mural several times. I guess it can be applied to both water and black ooze.
Okay, so we know what one of the symbols means.
Well done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard part of figuring things out.
Their language works by combining different symbols to create a new one. Ideograms. Word A plus word B equals new word.
This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry. I'm starting to understand this language. So that's how you mark the symbol's orientation.
Rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant. Oh, right. So if it's north, it's upper right. If it's... yeah. No, wait, I don't get this. I actually don't get this. So, here, right, this is north and this is lower right. So why would this be the... yeah, I don't get that. We'll have to look at that again.
God's blood. Does this mean that... is this related to me somehow, to my disease?
Those who have God's blood are destined into water or animal to eternal life forever. I think we know where the story's going now, right? This would be a letter to Nora. Yep.
My dear old pal, Nora. I wish I could write something else, but a long time ago I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you, and it will keep changing you until it's done, whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal, my partner, the love of my life, I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you. Well, this one was easy, I think.
Transformation or evolution. Alright. Let's have a look at the actual puzzle. So this one's the symbol for water. And I guess what we're doing with it is... Yeah, I don't get this quadrant thing. Let me go back here and just have a look. Where did it say? Where was it? Where was the thing right here. Alright. Rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant. So maybe it's a sentence that I'm trying to like write. And maybe it's just one of the sentences from the log rather than the notes. Combining symbols creates words. God's blood, water, animal, destined, inevitable, eternal life. Alright, water, animal, eternal life. So I guess the symbol for water and animal is the one we need to make. Maybe? Is there another note here? Is this it? Yeah.
It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after thousands of years.
So, I don't understand how changing the quadrant would make a difference.
Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down. A complex pattern.
So we need to make the symbol for God's blood. So it's a symbol for water. Shit, like I really don't get this. The symbol for God's blood would use this symbol, this one, and this one. It would use all these except for this one.
A broken liquor bottle. Is this Harry's? He hates booze. Harry threw a bottle against the wall. Was it because he was frustrated for not deciphering this? Or because of what he discovered when he did?
I think these four things, these four dials just need to be in the right position and then something will happen. I don't think it's anything to do with the elevator or pressing the elevator again, and I don't think it's anything to do with like pressing anything over here. It's literally just that. I just can't quite make sense of rotating the north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrant. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's on the same page as well as the strange symbols in the empty pool. Maybe I'm trying to make them all be in the this quadrant, right? So if this is this, then if it was here, it would be here, and if it was here, it would be here. So it needs to be in the left. So maybe I just make this go to the left, because this is one of the symbols for God's blood, and then this one and this one also go to the left. And maybe that's input 1 completed. That doesn't really make any sense. Shit, she wrote down something else. Oh. Like, from what I'm looking at, it kind of seems like this just tells the story, right? Like, the water comes down, the ooze, right? Then transformation occurs. You can see the tadpole and the frog. You can see the what's it called? The pupa, larva, and the butterfly. And then you can also see the person and the fishman. And then life grows out of the ground, I guess. Eternal life. And then life in the stars, which is, you know. So, transformation is bottom right. Oh. Some of these symbols are present in all of them. So for example, the transformation symbol is only present. Oh, I get it. Alright, so this is the symbol for life, and the life symbol is present in symbols in quadrants 1 and 3, and it highlights quadrants 1 and 3 here, right? That makes total sense. And then you change the north position to rotate where the quadrant is. So when this is, oh god, right, rotating north in the wheel causes the symbol to change quadrants. So when the symbol is here, this is where they are. They're both on the left, which is where they should be. Right? Like, they should be both on the left. Does that make any sense at all? Or am I way off? And then on the second one here, the transformation symbol is on the bottom right. But the transformation symbol shouldn't be on the bottom right. It should be here. Yeah. So in order to rotate the transformation symbol so that it's in quadrant 2, instead of being where it is, which is in quadrant 4, we'd have to rotate it 1, 2, 3 times. I think that's right. And then this one is the symbol for, oh fuck, life, and the symbol for life should be in quadrants 1, 3, and 4. So when this is in the north position, they're actually in quadrants 1, 2, and 4, and I want them to be in 1, 3, and 4. So I need to move it 1, 2. No, wait. Yeah. 1, 2. And then this last one, when it's in the north position, wait, the last one is the symbol for eternity. Eternity. And the eternity symbol should be in positions 1, 2, and 4. When it's in the north position, it's in positions 1, 3, and 4. So to get it to 1, 2, and 4, I need to go 1, 2. Fuck. It didn't work. It didn't work. No, it didn't work. Shit. Water animal. Symbol for water animal is in number 3. I thought that would work. I thought that was it. I really thought that was it. I thought I'd worked out the whole thing. I'm gonna go back down the elevator for a minute. Does the symbols on the wall mean anything now that I've worked that out? Nah.
Now he's some sort of man-fish?
Man-fish.
Look at those spots. They look like mine.
Yeah, I think I'm getting it right. But I didn't input it properly. Fuck. How did I get it wrong though? It looks so perfect. Alright, hold on. This is the symbol for water, right? And the symbol for water is in the 2 on the left, 1 and 3. And if this is north, right? So this symbol here is in the bottom right, when this is in north. I did it backwards. I did it fucking backwards. I did the whole puzzle backwards. Yeah, when you rotate it, you're looking at it how you would look at it with the... Oh wait, no I didn't then. I didn't. Because I want these to both be on the left. Unless I did fuck up one of these. So like if you look at this, this would mean that it's in quadrant 3. And this is the symbol for... Oh. Yeah, I did fuck this up.
This is the right combination.
Yeah. This is the only one that I fucked up. All the other ones I did right. So like if this is north in the bottom, this would mean that they're now in the quadrants like making an L. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, right? And this is the one for life. It's the circle on the side, so it would make 1, 2, 3. So like if you imagine like flipping the... Or not flipping. Rotating. Not flipping. It's not the same thing. If you imagine like rotating your head, so you're looking at this with the diamond being north, it would be segments 1, 3, and 4, which is where it is, 1, 3, and 4. It was just that I did the other one wrong, and then this would be 1, 2, and 3, which it is, 1, 2, and 3. It's the line on the right is present in 1, 2, and 3. Wow! I can't believe I fucked that up with just one little thing out of place by 1 notch. What did that say for chapter? I'm still on chapter 4? I thought this was chapter 5. Big chapter. There's 6 chapters in the game. And I kinda hope I'm gonna finish it tonight.
It appears Harry didn't advance any further.
I can't go any further, I've tried everything, and this isn't working. What do I need? I followed the sequence correctly, and my hand. I can't get the thing to work. I need to cross the river down there anyway, for what? Anyway, for what? There's a comma there. This kind of reminds me of like some, you know, Skyrim Dwemer ruin puzzle.
Those are drums of some sort. Nora, you idiot, just follow the... I can sing, but I'm awful when it comes to playing music.
Island boys. What up, Grummeldunk? I'm playing Simon Says. I have not found my husband yet. I'm on his trail though. Apparently he couldn't go any further and his hand wasn't working. But he's not here. So he must have went further? I don't know how far you got in the game. I think I might be further than you now, maybe? I don't know. You said you got halfway through and it's 6 chapters. I'm on chapter 4. I can't go any further. I've tried everything. And this isn't working. Does that say shit? This shit isn't working? Oh my god. What do I need? I followed the sequence correctly in my hand. I can't get that thing to work. I need to cross the river down there. Anyway, for what? So this was built when Harry was here. He saw this erected, right?
Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand.
I think because
Anyway,
she's
Nora,
part
you
Dalmatian.
know what you've got to do.
Yeah, because she's part Dalmatian, it'll work. The game's really good, by the way. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. I think the graphics and just the production value are way higher than I expected.
My hands. Look at my hands.
I'm a fish man.
This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too.
I like that her ring finger and middle finger are joined together, which is like interesting. Because they share a tendon. They share a tendon, so it would kind of make sense for them to be stuck together.
I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel.
Well, they don't
it
share a
isn't
tendon
fear.
technically, but they kind of do.
Not a bit.
That's why if you... I wish I had my webcam for this. If you like put your palms together as if you're like praying, like a traditional Catholic church prayer, right? Christian prayer. If you make your hands so your palms are touching and every like fingertip's touching every fingertip, and then you push down your ring fingers so that the backs of your ring fingers are touching in the middle of your hand, you can't separate your middle fingers. Or sorry, the other way around. So you like, you touch your hands together and then you push down from north to south so that the backs of your middle fingers are touching. You can't open the tips of your ring finger because the tendon locks it. I wish I had my webcam to explain that better. But it's a thing. A lot of kids do it in school because it's like a thing people do. One of those memes. She's got fish arms too. She doesn't just have fish hands. She's
Another one of those gates.
she's that thing
Like
from
the one I saw in the temple.
The Shape of Water. Oh wow, what the fuck?
I'm back to being me.
Is Harry's soup bowl?
It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them?
Do you see like the like ripples making the lighting change on the walls? I mention this all the fucking time. That's called caustic lighting. And caustic lighting is so hard to do digitally. It's so difficult to get it to look good. In the movie Blade Runner 2049, rather than actually like digitally compose caustic lighting onto their backgrounds for the scenes in, oh fuck, whose tower? Why do I want to say Wayland Yutani? Wayland Yutani is fucking Alien, not Blade Runner. I've forgotten the name of the Blade Runner company. Oh no, how have I forgotten the name of the Blade Runner company? Shit. It's like when you try and remember the names of all the Ninja Turtles. Anyway. How can I not remember the name? My point being, they actually constructed a stage and had it suspended above a swimming pool and fired these huge lights at it and then used wave machines to move the water because caustic lighting is so difficult to actually replicate digitally. It never really looks good, but in the last 5 or 6 years since then, we've had Avatar Way of Water and then a couple of other movies that have done it pretty well. So I think now, unless you wanted to be like completely practical about everything and you were like a Christopher Nolan practical effects guy, you could probably do caustic lighting digitally now, especially with advancements in ray tracing. I'm looking up what the corporation is. Tyrell. I didn't even need to Google it. It's Tyrell. The Tyrell Corporation. In the scenes in the Tyrell building with Jared Leto, he has like a little office chair section where he talks to Love. And they actually just built like a big pool. Fired some huge lights. Like the lights had to be crazy powerful. And I think they had mirrors at the bottom of the pool. Don't quote me on that because I think they actually experimented and that might have been one of the experiments. But they did something. I think they experimented with having a clear bottom on the pool and shooting the lights up through it. And then they also experimented with having mirrors and firing the lights at it at an angle. And I don't know which one they went with in the end.
Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents?
Huh? The fuck is this? But there's only 2 ways this could be, right? I want it to go this way. Do I just need them to meet in the middle at the same time? What am I trying to do here? Oh, that's literally it. And then this should suck me in? Yeah. I go in the big anus.
Wow.
Right in the sphincter. Because I'm an island boy.
The
I'm
island
an
is pierced by
island boy.
underground currents.
Do you know the island boys charge $80 for 1 minute on Cameo? Like if you want them to be... Oh wait, no shit. It wasn't the island boys. It wasn't. It was the Voros twins. You know the Voros twins that go, who painted the Mona Lisa? Da Vinci? You know those guys, the Voros twins? It's those guys. They charge $80 for a cameo. It's not the island boys. I'd pay $80 for a cameo from them any day. I should get them to do like an intro for my Starfield streams. Who
That
created...
architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now?
Who created Starfield? Todd Howard? Da Vinci? I don't fucking know. Look at this lighting. Look at this.
What a quiet and peculiar place.
Wow. Games that have actual color. And I'm officially on chapter 5. Out of 6. Alright, that locked in. It doesn't come back out. Great.
Some sort of handmade tribal painting. Looks really primitive.
Wow, you can't just say that, Nora. You can't just say it looks primitive. That's their decoration on their house, you know? I'm assuming there's not going to be a whole bunch of text, since the only two people alive would be Harry and Cass, and Cass didn't make it this far into the building.
I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago.
What is going on here? There's a glitch. What is this? Come on, devs. Look, I can see through their fucking one-sided polygons. They're fucking shit's whack.
I understood that.
I wonder how this is done. Is it like an animated bump map? Is it more complex than that? I wonder what this is. Can bump maps be animated? When I was in college, we were doing like, not like fluid simulations, because that's like a word used for engineering, I guess, but we were doing simulations of these things called metaballs. And the way metaballs worked is you had two spheres, and when the spheres got close to each other, they would make, based on like an equation, they would make like a connection to each other. And you could use a plane covered in one layer of metaballs moving to simulate water. It didn't look like this though. It looked like you could see where the balls were. But it was pretty cool. It was the way that we did water in our 3ds Max animations. It was more for water like what you see down there. Like for this repeated pattern water. That actually looks really nice though. It fits the style of the game. Like it might not look like realistic water, but it fits the graphic style of the game pretty well. These kind of look like big mouths with like tongues hanging out. See like the holes in the wall? Maybe a little bit more than just a little bit like that. They actually do look like that's what they are. It's fucking bugged. I don't think there should be caustic reflections in here.
Some slaves die. Some slaves now water
Water animal. Is that what I am now? It seems that each family had to agree somehow to change the water level. I'm amazed at how organized they seem to be, despite them being so primitive. Being trapped here probably made them stronger as a community.
They're all couples. Everybody that lived in these houses are all couples. And they each have like a stone outside their house. I wonder if, like, I mean, I kind of think I know where this game's gonna go. I think that, oh, this is the thing that I clicked earlier. They must have reset. So, I think the end of the game
Who made these marks? They look quite old.
is probably going to be that Harry and Nora both turn into fish people, right? Are we thinking that's where this is going? That the cure to her illness is to just
Though they are the same style, these
keep
huts
going
are
with
much
it.
simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now.
like keep going with the transformation and just turn into a fish person.
Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands.
I don't get what she means by some hands. Oh, they've put their hands on and used their hands as like a negative. I can see it. So like, they've put their hand on the wall and it's like they've spray painted over the top of their hand to leave a negative handprint. Diamond Dallas Page? It's the Diamond Dallas Page diamond workout. Gotta do some diamond
There are some
push-ups.
hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something.
Alright.
I better draw them just in case.
Interestingly, she wrote down to control water currents, and then she like showed this thing, and this shows the change in direction. We couldn't open the journal when I was in the water, so that was kind of useless for that part. Can't go into the water as a human. It looks like this is a path that opens up, right? Do you see this? How there's like a footpath to that side, but not to the left? Maybe that's a clue. Maybe it's a meme. So that family pushes down that lever. And maybe there's other things up here that we push down, like this one, right? But it has to be done in an order. So the order has to be like, say it's like purple hands, blue hands, or whatever.
It's quite disturbing to see someone's hand paintings from thousands of years ago. I feel connected to them somehow.
You ready for another spooky painting?
Fire falls from the sky, awakens God, black blood.
Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze?
It's a bit like Prometheus then, right? Because isn't Prometheus meant to be the alien blood is the thing that the oh fuck, I forgot what they called the character, the big white guy that looks like handsome Squidward. He gives the ooze, right, to the people, and that's what transforms them.
This reminds me of some prehistoric cave paintings, like in the Cueva de los Manos in South America.
Cueva de los Manos. Manos means hand, I know that because I was in Mexico once and this cop started yelling, Manos arribas! Manos arribas! I made that up. I've never been to Mexico. Alrighty. So, I don't have the rest of the order. After exploring this whole thing, I don't have the rest of the order, but I think that I understand what I meant to do. It's gonna be that, like, red and, what was the color up here? Wasn't paying attention. What was the color of these guys' handprints? Well, these are yellow too, actually. What the fuck? Huh? I think you have to press them in a certain order, go over there, and then press the big button. It's another one of these puzzles where everything's so far apart.
It's quite disturbing to see someone's hand paintings from thousands of years ago. I feel connected to them.
The notches on the
somehow.
side don't mean anything because it's always 4 notches. And they lock in even if you get the order wrong. I must have missed something. There's something I've missed. Because I'm missing like 2 parts of the order. One of them will be like the white line ones. Yeah. So it's probably like, is it white lines? No, maybe these are... Oh, yeah. It's gonna be like white lines, red, yellow, white, or it'll be red, white lines, yellow, white. So we kind of half know what it's gonna be. And I've already fucked it up, so it's totally fine.
We slaves, masters,
Heavens, slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes?
Was it? Huh? Not in the notes. I think she means the logs. I don't think I've missed a single log yet. I'm missing some shit here, maybe. Uh-oh. I think I'm missing a couple.
It seems that each family, the inhabitants of this village, lived at different altitudes. Some even lived inside the water. They used this sort of dam to lower or raise the water level.
Alright. I think we just gotta press the button now because I fucked up. I think I'm meant to go down there, right? And that shows me the next 2 pieces of the totem. But I don't know how to get down there because I'm a pleb. How the fuck do I get down there? Is it in here? Huh? I'd like to complete the journal, but I don't think I can, because it looks like it's already flooded, right? Like it's already flooded and the way to get down is underwater. I'm trying to lower the water level, I believe, because I'm trying to like get to that purple thing. I don't think I'm trying to raise the water level. Alright, anyway, let's press the button and it'll be wrong. Yep. Huh? It was right? Wait, what the fuck? That wasn't meant to happen. I think I just go down now and press that one on the right, but I didn't get it right. Oh, maybe the order is for something else. Nora said it looks like they need to agree to raise and lower the water level, correct? Like that's what she said. She didn't say it needs to be done in a certain order. She just says they need to agree. I overthought that part. So now that the water level is agreed that they're going to raise or lower it, now I think we press this button and it lowers it. Then I can go across. And then other stuff happens, right?
This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive.
Dude, this is like a Tomb Raider level puzzle. So now we're probably gonna go into the water. Have to do something underneath it, and then come up on the other side. I'll be damned if I'm not gonna explore all these shiny things though first. Look at this. What is this? It's just light. Ooh, it's another portal. I found 2 Easter eggs in the game so far, by the way. I felt pretty smart finding them on my own. One of them's on the projector in chapter 2. If you keep going forward to the other slides, there's more of them. This is the crown.
Isn't this the tiara from... wait, I can't remember the name of my hometown.
Oh shit. Her memory's worse than mine.
This looks like an altar dedicated to 2 figures. I can hear them talking to me. They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seem to worship 2 gods.
A father and a mother, which I think is like Nora and Harry, right? Does that make sense? Oh, we gotta set the teeth on these, maybe? And then like, we'll be able to go zoomy zoom fast. I don't know. Look at these JPEG fish. Is this one on the right got a cock? Do you see a cock? It's like a man's head and he's wearing a big tall hat and he's got like a cock hanging out. Oh, no. It's got a cock on the back.
Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
Okie dokie. I think I do know what I meant to do here, though. Let's just explore a bit more before I actually do it.
The sunken continent. Was that their punishment?
Is this one a toilet?
So these creatures are immortal?
I'm pretty sure that that's what this is. It's like the mother and the father are gonna be Harry and Nora. We're gonna transform into good old fishmen at the end. Let's adjust this the other way. Then this yeah, this sphincter should go the other way. And then... no, I think I swim through it. Yeah. Huh? It's not open. Oh, shit, if you... No. I thought if you backed out, it messed it up, but it doesn't. I'm a little bit confused as to why I need all these, though. Why do I need all these, zoomer things? Is this the one that I need?
This panel is broken. I'll have to find another way to go through. This panel is broken. I'll have to find another way to go through.
Have I been up here yet? I haven't, right? Because I came from above on the other pink one, the other pink portal. I can't exit the water. I realized there's like a fucked up thing in this game. I don't think it's anything to do with my my keyboard or anything like that. But there's like a fucked up thing, right? My keyboard has N key rollover, which means I can hit multiple keys at once. But in this game, if I'm holding down more than 2 keys and I press my mute mouse button, or mute mic button, not mute mouse. If I press my mute mic button, it doesn't register in OBS that I've pressed it. So, I think there might be some parts of the VODs for this game where I think I muted the mic and I like clear my throat in the loudest way possible right into the mic. And I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna have to rewatch all of the footage to try and find areas where I like bark like a dog trying to clear my throat. Yeah, like if I'm pressing W and shift to walk forward while sprinting, and then I also press the mute mic button, it just doesn't register at all. Weird like thing about this game, right? Like really weird. How the fuck did that not do anything? Come on, bruh. An underwater filter on all the audio? So it's like I'm choking to death on the water?
Water level. What a cleverly conceived system.
Like, I genuinely think I've went like and like coughed right into the mic multiple times. I don't think an underwater filter would help it. Oh, dude. What about like if I just did this the whole time? What if I was just like, alright guys, I think I'm under water here. Just gotta solve this puzzle. Would that work? Fucking hell. Look at this cloud of smoke. Is that a good idea? Or like, what about this? Fuck, I amuse myself more than anybody else when I stream. I swear to God, my jokes aren't even funny, and sometimes I don't even tell jokes. Like the whole stream, I'll be here for like 3 hours and I won't tell a single joke. I need Jesus. What? That's funny as fuck. Isn't that funny? Alright. I'm gonna admit, I don't know how to solve this fucking puzzle. I'm gonna go through this portal and retrace my steps. Oh, I can't. Fuck. Shit. So what happened was, we came through this portal and we would come down here, right? The first thing we'd see is we'd see this. We can't swim up it because the current's coming this way. You can tell because of the bubbles. We click on this.
Broken. I'll have to find another way to go through.
She says the panel is broken. We'll have to find another way to go through. And that's through to this thing on the right here. Now, I then went up this. Right? Or like I didn't. But like, say I did. I went up here and there's fuck all up here. Like this is something you can only really navigate on foot. Right? Like we're not going to be able to go through there. There's no way forward. So let me come back down here. Let me come back down here. And on these pillars, we can arrange them so the current flows in different directions. And I'd arrange them so that I can flow down this way. So this one works. This one works, and this one works, but then there's no hole, there's no door. There's no hole to door. Oh fuck, I'm glitching through the map, that's not good. Maybe that's what I need to do, just glitch through the map. Yeah, it looks like that door's meant to open, but it hasn't. We found the temple. We found this thing that says it controls the water level, but I don't seem to know how to adjust it. I don't feel like it's activated from down here.
Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
Because what I'm trying to do is get into this pipe. I'm trying to get into this pipe. She says I'll need to find another way to get through. Oh shit, is this it? Is it as simple as this? Nope, it's not. I thought this was a hole in the pipe, but it's just like a hole to look through. You can't actually go in it. Yeah. There's a boundary box there. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Like... Oh, wait. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me, boys. It's as simple as that. There's a fucking button you press, and then look, it's a timer. The door closes on a timer, so you need to set these boosters so that you have enough time to get through the door. It's a fucking button. This should have a brighter light on it. That is so dark. How are you fucking meant to see this shit? Alright, anyway. Puzzle solved. Let's go. Only took 10 years off my life. Hope I don't get my fucking tail caught.
I made it.
You know the noise like when you fart in the bath?
My illness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy, even better than before my illness.
I feel like farting in the bath is one of the best sounds. Like, out of all the sounds ever. Alright, we're now a Humi again. Good stuff. All I really did there was go from the right side to the left side. So now we can press this button on this side. I'm gonna press it and just see what happens. Ah, now all the water is drained.
Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel.
This one? Or is it the other one to the left? I'm gonna go in here anyway.
These
Secret
creatures look like
tunnel.
slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner?
I'm not even gonna comment on what she just said. Pretty sure there's a lot of people in North Korea that have lived all their life in a prison and know they're in a prison. What was that woman? The Korean woman that was on Joe Rogan? Oh, something Park? Oh shit. Korean woman, Joe Rogan. Yeonmi Park. Yeonmi spelled Y-E-O-N-M-I. Yeonmi Park was a North Korean like defector. Like she escaped North Korea. It's pretty good episode. It's worth listening to her. It's funny because the American left doesn't really like her because she thinks the West is great. Now that she's realized like how fucking bad North Korea is, she's like,
Now
the West is great. Well, not in so many words. I'm like, you know. I'm kinda half, what do you call it? Misquoting her, I guess. Hey, these are real things, right? There are rocks that look like this. I don't know what they're called, but like if you go to some beaches, I think beaches in like volcanic areas, so beaches in like Hawaii, I mean Tahiti, which is where this is set, and like, yeah, Polynesian areas. If you go to those beaches that have rocks on them with a black light, you go at night and shine the black light on them, they glow like this. I can't remember what they're called, but they're kind of like these weird fossily rocky things. These exist though. But yeah, that Yeonmi Park lady has basically become like a really like, I don't know how to say it, like a lot of right-wing people love her because essentially what she says is that people in the West aren't oppressed and they don't really know what oppression is, whereas like a lot of lefties kind of, or left-leaning like Americans, their whole narrative is that there's like a whole system of oppression and whatever, right? And she's like, nah, you don't really know what it's like. You haven't had to like eat rats, right? Like you have no idea. Like the story about how Kim Jong-un ordered that all dogs would be killed, and they just killed all the dogs and just ate them. And it's real. It's like a real story. It's not like some... It's not like she's over here to propagandize North Korean hatred amongst the West. Like, that's not a thing. She tells like all these stories about shit that she just kind of like, you just get on with it because they're so malnourished and so like undereducated about outside life that they just think this is what shit's like. Just get on with it. Her stories about like walking to school and seeing people like dead in the gutter, or watching like public
This current is quite
hangings.
strong.
Oof.
I wonder where it will take me.
Insanely hard to listen to. Anyway, ramble about North Korea over. Back to the game. Fucking hell. Why do I ramble about shit in the middle of games? I swear, my Starfield streams are gonna be fucking crazy. I'm gonna read everything and just like overanalyze every single thing in Starfield. Ugh. Oh wait, that is a fucking Cthulhu. Huh? It's a squid. Giant squid. That might be chapter 5 finished, by the way.
That was quite a ride, but it's over now.
It's interesting that the dialogue is so on the nose in terms of directing the player. So for example, like right now when she says, that was quite the ride, but it's over now, it's almost like she's saying, hey, pick up your controller, like you're controlling this part. It's so on the nose. You know how there's a theme in this game about music and like loads of different things, but like music is a huge theme in this game. You use musical notes to levitate the different platforms. There's an organ that opens the door. There is another like musical puzzle where she sings the song into the amplified, like into the speakers, the amplifiers. And then there is like a kind of musical theme to the whole game, especially on those two chapters though. I wonder if the end is gonna have like a really cringy song with Harry and Nora being fish people and singing. Like, just think about it. Is there gonna be some Avatar Way of Water musical number at the end of the game? We should be pretty close too. Each chapter has been about an hour, apart from chapter 3 took me 2 hours because I'm a fucking idiot. So there should only really be about an hour left.
That ladder. Someone set up camp in here. Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary.
The sanctuary has stars on it. Is this the way that they took people to the stars? Nah. I don't think they're spacefaring. I think the space theme in this game just comes from the fact that the god that landed here and crash landed here maybe came on a meteorite and his blood is the black goo.
Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death?
Death, yeah. So, when the slaves are brought here...
Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation.
Something happens and they turn into fish people,
death?
or they get freed and then they get killed. Huh? Alright, let's solve this shit. We might get more notes now that there's a camp here. Unless Harry's paper got soggy, in which case, maybe we don't. Are the spots on her arms? Nah, they're about the same. She just doesn't wear the gloves now. I thought they were worse for a split second.
What is this? This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry?
This is a letter to Nora. This will be like an animated one, so I'll leave that to the end.
Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
Is this numerical? Like it's a number system? It can't be letters, but it looks like this is a number system, right? Like this is 5. 5 of these equals a swirl. And then a swirl equals this minus this. Something like that, maybe? Like, if this is equals, if the dot means equals, then a swirl is 5. And the zigzag is 1. And then it would mean that this dot with the hourglass would be 4, I guess? Like, it would have to be just 4. Which would mean that this is free. The eyeball would be free. However, it could also be that these are 2. This is 10. That this is 4. This is 6 and this is 4. It could also be that this is 8. It could also be that this is 16. I'm just assuming.
You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance.
White Sand Beach, Tiharoa building raft. Where is the sanctuary? Ruins useless.
A sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went?
The masters brought their slaves to a sanctuary by boat in order to perform the final stage of the ritual.
Oh dear, poor people.
It seems
Is this
that
why I'm changing too?
it seems that the sanctuary was where the final stage of the ritual took place. And this will be the overlord guys, and this is the slaves, okay?
So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the White Sand Beach, where I arrived.
Monsieur Everhard and Madame Ward, we had plenty of death in this island. I helped you as long as I could, but I won't be an accomplice to this ritual madness. I'm returning to the White Sand Beach to build a raft and leave the Maudite Eel, which means Island of Death. I think it does at least. Maudite Ile? Well, I don't know how you pronounce it. Cause that's E-lay, right? Cause it has like a hyphen pointing upwards. I don't fucking know. I'll be there if you change your minds, but I won't wait too long. Maururu Roa and au revoir Tiahora. Boat transportation.
She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be
Oh.
thinking straight either.
So Cass got this far as well, Cassandra, the reporter. Harry's mental decline is more evident each day, but today he said he found out someplace to carry out some ritual. I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to keep doing what I've been doing up to now. Listen to what he has to say and go along with him. I can't stand him, but I have to tread lightly because it's the only him and me now. And the Black Ichor.
Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged.
They seem to loathe each other.
The fuck up? What the fuck is this? I can't stand your lunatic face. I can't stand the noise you make when you eat. I can't stand you. What is this? Is it just telling me to, is this like a hint telling me to flip it to the back? I've been flipping everything because it's like such a video game thing to do. Alright, we're going up here. I'm gonna save first though. Ladders have broke the game for me
The sun is
once.
setting. It is so beautiful.
I'm not gonna let it happen again. Dude, look at this game. Get a screenshot for your phone so you can set this as your wallpaper. I'll turn my monitor on its side so you can get a portrait screenshot. I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, so unless we grow like 4 feet in height, I don't think we can use that ladder. Such a good looking game though, come on, look at it. Look at this game. I don't think it like would justify a photo mode, but it's in the Unreal Engine, so maybe like a photo mode would be worthwhile. There are some like really cool, like, look at this. This is composed really well. The composition of some of the areas is just great. I want to check my log when I get to the bottom of this ladder, because I think I actually did miss some of the stuff. Yeah, I kind of feel like there's something missing here, but maybe not. Because each picture has text that goes with it, and it looks like there's something missing here. But maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I haven't missed anything. I'm not going for like 100% completion, all achievements, blah blah blah, but like, kinda. And the reason I'm not reading the log is because essentially she just writes down what she's actually said out loud. So there's no real point. Unless you're trying to look up something that you've forgot about. We're trying to go from the south to the north side.
This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate.
Hold on here. Those are the numbers. Oh, fuck. It's not numbers. Yeah. It's not numbers at all. It's just... I think it's just inputs. Like if you want to go to this area, this swirly area, you press this one 5 times. Is that it? Like this? Oh, no. It's this it's the same as the tide thing. You know, on like the boosters, like how you control the tide, it's the same as that, but it's an order thing. So the order should be that... Oh, fuck. I think you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you do swirl first, then you would do this thing, whatever you would call this, I don't know. The fish with a dot. And then eyeball. I think that's it. I'm gonna go with that. So it should be this first. Yeah.
This must be my transportation to the sanctuary.
I think the other way you could do it is when you press the swirl, since the swirl was the biggest number, you wait until the swirl reaches the top right part of the yellow square in the center. Then you press the one on the right, the symbol on the right, and let that touch the yellow square, and then you touch the one at the bottom, let that touch the yellow square, then you press the one on the left. So you could probably just trial and error it. Alright, let's get on this weird boat. Do you hear the sound change? Oh, whoa. Do you know Overwatch, how it has Dolby Atmos sound? Overwatch is one of the only games that I've actually noticed that the sound is really fucking good. the Dolby Atmos sound in Overwatch was so good that, like, I used to show it off on stream all the time, right? Like, you would be able to hear things above you and below you and behind you really easily. Chapter 6, Talgoffen?
Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago.
I
Full
wonder...
moon? It can't be. Yesterday was Yesterday
Yeah,
was a new moon.
that doesn't make sense.
Did I lose track of time or...
Hold on, how many weeks would that be? It's been 2 weeks since chapter 3.
Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My
Is that
perfectly
fish?
ordinary life with Harry.
What the fuck is that behind
My daily
me?
routines. My illness.
Did you see that?
That will be as before too.
There's more of them. It's like big
Men, I'll need
Cthulhu's.
to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood or Boston or Newburyport. I mean,
Earth, human
how
life.
is it possible that
land.
the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years?
I wonder how long this chapter is going to be, because the whole game on howlongtobeat.com says the whole game is 5.5 hours. I've been playing 6 hours and 40 minutes, and I'm not finished.
There it is,
So,
the sanctuary.
on my pace, I think there's another hour left. But maybe not. Maybe the last chapter is very
So is
quick.
this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop?
I'm not gonna rush it, because it's still early. It's still like, it's just midnight. I could play like at least another hour and a half. I do want to finish it tonight, because I don't want to just play like 40 minutes tomorrow and finish it, so we'll see. Let's go to the camp first. Let's not do what it's trying to force us to do.
Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about.
Had a strange dream
library?
today. I was inside a
What are you
vast
talking
library,
about, Harry?
gazed at visitors of another world. And then what does this word say? Panacotus? Panacotus? Panacotus. I don't know what the library would be an allusion to. Like, I've read quite a bit of Lovecraft. I started reading the Lovecraft book like last October, and it basically it took me like 1.5 years to finish. It's so fucking boring, dude. Lovecraft is so wordy and like long words for no reason. So difficult to read.
Is the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst? Heavens, this dagger looks exactly like the one I have.
An altar, dried blood, and ooze. Isn't that the dagger Frank was attacked with?
Harry, what is this? Looks like the ramblings of a madman.
Nora must do it together. Change me. Change me with a question mark. Alright, let's listen. You get a little animated, animatic thing.
My dear old pal. I never should have trusted Cass. I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to... Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow. Damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does? What it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind?
I'm just thinking a little bit, right? Harry got this far, but he didn't have to go underwater and do any of that stuff, right? Like, he didn't have to actually transform, he didn't have to swim or like breathe underwater. And that's how him and Cass were able to come through with enough equipment to even like set up a couple of camps and whatever. Like, they've come through here with these big things of fabric and with tents and like, I don't know how many tents they took on this expedition, but they had so many fucking tents, dude. They've used like 8 tents and just left them where they'd been. It'd be a little bit more realistic if this was his tent and this was like the last one you find. Anyway, I'm just thinking, like, why would the ritual not work without Nora? Unless it is like some prophesized ritual. Like it mentioned the mother and the father and that other thing. There's a mural over there. Like underwater in that place that I was just in, it said it looks like a temple to 2 beings. And then it named them, and then it said mother and father. What did it actually call them? Alright, we didn't write down the names, but these two statues. Did it write down the names? Over here? No. Nah. Well, there's the blood and the ooze things, and there's like the symbol.
These patterns look too familiar.
Yeah, the symbol from the knife. There's another tent over here. Maybe this is Cass's stuff? It is.
So I have to put my hand inside?
He is yelling, is not working. Interesting. Cass, I think I have the answer. You have to go back home and bring Nora here. Leave now, please.
Moby Dick. Its pages are hollowed out, and its shape is...
She kept the knife in the Moby Dick book. Moby Dick is obviously like a book about obsession, right? What does it say on the back here? One of the most popular novels in all American literature, Moby Dick tells the story of Captain Ahab's unrelenting pursuit of a great white whale. A book about high seas adventures, symboling, allegory, and the conflict between heroism and hate. I said earlier the reason she's holding the book in the picture that was found at the camp just in front of like where chapter 5 is. I said that it was maybe because yeah, because that was chapter 4? Fuck, the game's kind of blending together. I said that the reason Cass was holding it is maybe because she was obsessed with getting a really good story. But maybe she wasn't interested in getting a really good story. Maybe she's actually obsessed with this stuff. Maybe she's like... looking
camera.
crazy.
It must be Cassandra's.
It says Pickman photographic.
Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph.
With a gun in the
My,
music
she
box.
sounds completely out of her mind.
I've seen the future, eternity awaits me, death awaits Harry. Oh my god. Alright. I'm not putting my hand in here. It wanted me to find this thing here first, before finding the other thing.
Black ooze on a petri dish. My god. This syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking?
Oh fuck.
Oh, I really hope this works.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe this was a choice. Maybe I made the wrong choice. No? I was thinking that maybe like this could have been, there's two endings to the game. One of them is to like open that door and one of them's to use this. Fuck, I'm gonna try this and see what happens. I'm thinking this is just gonna open up a path to the other levels because it looks like there's staircases. This is probably just to open those up.
Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that?
Oops.
Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved.
Uh-oh. The spots on my hand have been rearranged to form some sort of symbols. Uh-oh. That's not good. It looks like that was just a clue though. It wasn't actually like a puzzle. Doesn't that look like there's a like staircase over there to the left and one to the right? I thought maybe that would open something up and we'd get to go over there. Let's have a look at this mural.
This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger.
Well, I think we've done that already. It reminds me of Anchorage in World of Warcraft.
Oh my goodness. And the gun barrel is empty. Trail of blood. There's a bullet hole in here. If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place? An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now? All these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles. I wonder what this means.
Bridges, dragon, gargoyles, animals.
Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch.
Some sort of creature, a pet, howl. 90 degrees.
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
Well, we've got 4 constellations on the walls, and there's also the tattoo on the hand. The tattoo on the hand follows the outline of a pentagon, right? Like if you imagine that this dot here, or the bottom of the symbol on the hand is here, it would go up, up, and then 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and then it would go down 1. So it's possible that that symbol like mixes with this symbol to do something, but I don't know what yet. Have a look at these doors. No doubt it'll add these to the sketchbook. No.
Shining
Oh, yeah.
constellation. I better draw it.
And they're all arranged around this kind of internal pentagon.
Where is this door leading me?
Yeah. So probably the inputs on that ooze thing in the center takes
They
you to
carry these
different
people
places.
here to test them. Like a challenge of some sort.
They're probably testing to find 2 compatible people. Like how Harry and Nora are compatible, right? It's probably that. It's probably like this is all an alien ritual to find 2 compatible people to become gods. Maybe?
Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. I wonder what this means.
Okay. So what can we start moving to input the solution? Maybe we look up at the stars and it does something? No?
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
Oh. Okay. Well, the symbol on the top right, symbol number 4, is the same one as on my hand. Is there a north and south to this shit? It looks like you stand this way when you're looking at it. With the flat bottom of the pentagon here. So, what am I doing now? Am I trying to input each of these things? So maybe...
Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand.
Why did she say constellations I have on my hand? She only has 1 constellation. Alright, so what just lit up now only really makes this one in the bottom right. So we would then only need to do this one over here. And this would make a whole symbol. Yeah. And then this one will probably give me another constellation. Ah, maybe? I don't know if that was like clear what I did there. But basically like, if you imagine the symbol on the ground, and then this symbol here, when you press this one, the only other symbol that could match would be that one. You couldn't make this symbol using that pattern. We'd need a different pattern. I'm gonna go up and see if it gives me another tattoo. Maybe it do, maybe it don't.
They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual. What an odd structure. Riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways.
Yep.
Maybe it only hurts the first time.
Another tattoo.
Ah! The second also hurts.
Get wrecked.
When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong.
You know, technically I'll give her a good ending if I just, like, never play this game, right? If I just, like, stop now and don't play the game anymore. Wouldn't that mean that she gets a good ending? Ah, so now that I've unlocked these symbols, I could take them out. This is gonna get more complicated, I think. Because now that I'm able to do, like, a lot of different symbols. Whew. Alright, we got a C shape. We got a C shape. The only one that looks like it uses a C shape and the previous symbol we got would be this one in the top left. So I think I'm going here and then using the R-shaped symbol here. Double check this shit. Yeah, the R-shaped symbol here. And then the C-shaped symbol would be here. And that gives you that bottom leg. Yep, and then I also need a C-shaped symbol. Not here. Is it here? No. Here. This kind of feels like one of those IQ tests where you have to rotate the symbols in your head. Like it'll say, which one of these is the same symbol rotated 90 degrees? Or flip this symbol vertically. What does it create?
I think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of their transformation. It's horrifying. Black and white figures.
Oh, these are the dogs, right? You have to rotate the dogs. I think it's a laser beam puzzle though. Maybe. There's 4 positions to this one, but only 2 of the positions would interact with anything else, so we can like pretty much say it's not position 1 and 2. And then this one over here, I think it has to be this position. Then how do I move the white ones? I don't know. I'm gonna press the button, see what happens. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Fuck. I turned the crosshair off to like have some more immersion. And it's made it like 9 times harder to actually like aim.
Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are.
I think this white one on the left, I'm gonna press the button just to see what happens, but I think the white one on the left would have to be facing, it'd have to be facing the other way. Like, technically this one only has 2 positions, but it'd have to be facing like this. I think? Yeah, it has to be facing like that. And then this one, since this one bridges the gap at the end, this one has to be facing this way, because again it only has 2 positions. And then I think it's this one, the third one needs to be rotated this way. Is this it? Yeah. So then we come back and all I need to do is change this guy needs to be rotated, I guess 90 or 180 degrees, it doesn't matter. Right? Yeah, like this is rotating at 90. Oh yeah, it has to be 90. Shit. Oh fuck. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Oh, fucked it up. I was so certain that that dog on the left was in its like default position was the right way. Almost a flawless puzzle, almost. Alright, cool, whatever. We press the button on the left once, the button on the far right once, and then we go back. Done. Ta-da. So confident, not even gonna check it. Not even gonna check it. Then we come back here and we press that one time. And press this, and then we're done. Ta-da! Pretty cool puzzle. I'm looking for Easter eggs. I don't think there's gonna be any Easter eggs this far in the game.
Oh, come on.
New symbol. Let's go.
One more time.
I think I have to do this 2 more times. I think I need 5 symbols. Alright, the last symbol is... This is getting more and more complicated. This last symbol gives me... Huh? Nani? So, this C-shaped one is used here, right? I don't see how... Maybe this acute angle in here is this acute angle... No. I guess I could try and see if it's this one. I think this is the next symbol that we're making. It's the one in the bottom left. But I'm not 100%. I actually don't know, just looking at it. I don't have the brain power right now because it's like 1 AM. But it looks like it only uses 2 inputs, so it shouldn't be too complicated. And I could also look at the doors, because the doors show you like this. Oh no, the doors show you the finished solutions. They don't show you the components. The components are on the individual stones, so I could look at the stones and see. Yeah. Like, we went for door 1, 2, so maybe the logic would be that we would go through this door on the left next, And the door on the left next looks like it's the really simple input. Yeah, it's the really simple one next. Just gonna clear the field first. That way it'll be easier to imagine. Alright, so if we're standing here and we're trying to make this one, we need a C in this one. Oh shit. Alright, fantastic. And then we also need... It's just two fucking C's rotated. What the fuck? I'm a fucking pleb. I'm an actual pleb. I don't even... Oh my god. I'm an actual pleb.
This place is like a labyrinth. It was submerged in black ichor.
Oh yeah, this is the slave guy in the middle because he's chained up. Cool. But I shouldn't have said cool to that, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever.
Isn't that what people that are going insane say?
Again? Seriously?
They say that they feel like their mind is really clear.
That
They
hurts.
see everything clear now. But they're actually going cray-cray. Alright, this last one looks like it's two of the new Zappy Zappy. And one of something else. I think it looks like it's one of the original puzzle. So bottom right would be the original R shape. And then top right and bottom left are the new shape. That looks a bit like a weird number 2. Not like a number 2 like a shit, like a number 2 like an actual number 2. Yeah, bottom left and top right look like they're the number 2. It's interesting that it seems so complicated. Like, this puzzle seems like it's really complicated, but I feel like I'm getting it pretty easily. Right, number 2 goes here. And that gives me this, like, shortened kind of thing here. And then this one I think is the R. Yep, and that gives me the big balls, and then number 2 here.
All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room?
It'll be through here. I think this is the final puzzle, right? Because we've been on this for 40 minutes, and it's not like I've even been stuck. It's just taken physically 40
Another
minutes.
one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here.
I guess
Come on.
the
One more
final
time.
constellation will be the constellation in the sky. Right? Like, it has to be that one. We have the final mark, but we don't have the actual constellation yet. So it has to just be the one in the sky. kind of sad that this game's almost over. I've really been enjoying it, and it's been like a mix of like difficulty in the puzzles. Some of them are so easy, and then that one on chapter 3 was just like, come on, bro. Was it chapter 3? I keep saying chapter 3. 'Cause this was chapter 1. This was chapter 2. Yeah, it was chapter 3. This is chapter 3. This just like, I overcomplicated it, and I think because I didn't solve this first part of the puzzle until last, because I kept like going back to the ship to try and do the levitating stones, because I didn't find this as the first part of the puzzle, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together in terms of you are shown 3 platforms levitating at the same height, and then the result you want in the last puzzle for this area is to make all the platforms levitate at the same height. I didn't know that's what we were trying to do. I thought we were trying to open a gate, so I didn't really quite grasp that.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe.
Alright, let's have a look at the stars here. I'm pretty sure this is what we're doing, right? We got this new one here, and we're trying to make this constellation. This constellation looks like it's a C in the bottom left, and it's the R in the bottom right. So this one's a C. And then this one's the R, which I think is already here. Yeah. So it's a C and then an R. And then in the top left is the new symbol. And then in the top right... in the top right, I guess we could just like try all of them, but I think in the top right it's this one. Dude.
The door to the sanctuary is open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me.
I
inside.
am a fucking puzzle god. Absolute puzzle god. I'm so glad I didn't try flipping that. Because the other thing would have been, so say if you're standing here as you come in, and you look up at the stars to see this constellation, if you were to like take a picture of that and then lay the picture flat on the ground, this is how it would appear, right? But then you could have also been looking at it from this angle, and then, oh, I guess it would be the same. Yeah, it would be the same because the C's now in the top right, and this was top. Okay, never mind. This could be it. It could be there's no more puzzles, and this is just it.
There's something written in the floor with blood. Fall. Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens.
It's a nether portal. We're gonna go through and fight the Ender Dragon.
My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, does maintain a peculiar harmony.
This game has like a real sense of just like composition and space. Like the way that it uses these large open areas, and it keeps them basic enough that you know where you're trying to go. Like it doesn't overcomplicate them. It's really well done. It really is well done. I can't praise this game enough for how it looks. The compositions that it gives you, the like vistas.
Harry, is that you? No, 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 no! Tell me this isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be.
Uh-oh.
No,
I'm not controlling it, by the way.
Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work.
So he did it without
You
us?
knew the ritual wasn't going
And
to
like,
work.
it fucked it?
That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why?
Hold up. Hold up. Was I meant to be like... Wait. Has some penny meant to have dropped in my brain right now? What the fuck? What is this? There's Harry. And there's Nora. Okay. And we're descendants of Fatal Yudu and Obed Marsh. What? This person doesn't seem like, you know, they're 100% there. Was some penny meant to have dropped? What did she mean? You knew the ritual wasn't going to work, so you never performed it, you never sat on the throne. We just saw his dead body in a chair in the temple. I'm confused as fuck. Alright.
What really happened?
You tell me, Nora.
The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge.
So that was
I doubt
Cassandra's
the ritual
body?
worked. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts.
Yeah.
The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Haha Folgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death.
So, this all happened months ago though, but she does mention that time doesn't work the way that it does, and she thinks that she's somewhere else as well. But, I wish I could check my notes. I've only got this for notes, which shows that, like, that, Nora is the descendant of this, line, right? Like, this family tree. Like, they had 4 kids, I'm guessing? No. How did you read this family tree? Hold on here. Obed Marsh, right, marries Fatalia, and they have kids Ruth Marsh, Isaiah Marsh, and Alice Marsh. Yes? And then Isaiah Marsh marries Edna Bayer, and they have Eleanor Marsh, who marries Abner Barrows, and they have Nora Barrows. And then Nora marries Harry. And then I don't understand this part of the tree. So Alice Marsh marries Benjamin Orne. They have Eliza. Eliza marries James Williamson. They have Douglas Williamson and Walter Williamson. Walter and Sonia have one kid, and then Douglas. Oh, wait. Yeah, Beth is also a descendant of these two. So why is the tree joined in the middle down here? I think that's where it's weird for me. Anyway. Because typically, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just can't read family trees. So back to what we said about how time doesn't work. Maybe Harry is still alive? This is creepy. Seeing Cass's body. It's moving. Cassandra's body's moving. This is fucking creepy as shit.
So you faked your own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Tahiti, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts.
So he would have sent this only a couple of weeks ago? Right? Like only 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Which meant he made it off the island. He got out of the temple. He went back across the river?
And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me?
How did he... You know the cave before you get on the boat? There's like a ladder and like you see the sunset. I wonder if you can go up that ladder at any point. Because why is it there? That's not the way he got in, is it? Is that the way that he would get in because he couldn't do the other stuff? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to make sense.
Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship, a whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind, or I reject it and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make.
And they didn't have any kids, so I guess the bloodline like ends with her. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save it and get both endings, boys. Let's go! I think we've got to... Fuck. I think we gotta go with this one, right? We gotta go with reject fate and return home. This is the ending I would get if I didn't just save the game.
You were right about one thing, Harry. I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. I know who I really am.
and where I belong. I know fate has eternal life in store for me, but an eternal life without you is worthless, meaningless.
I'm sad that they don't get to
So,
end up together in eternal
I
life.
choose the slow and painful death. I'm going back home.
That also means that Harry never injected the black ichor, right? It was only Cassandra. Like, she was the one that injected it, even though we imagined it was him. Yeah. Like the syringe in the petri dish. This is where chapter 1
You
was.
staged this ruse because you love me.
I kind of want to keep looking for Easter eggs, but I know there's not going to be any, right?
I've seen and heard everything this island has to offer, and I'm not interested.
Alright, I'm trying to explore there. Shit.
But true love is reciprocal. So I'm also making this decision because I love you. Our love is greater than fate, lineage, or all the pain I can suffer. Whatever time we have left, we'll spend together. When the time comes, it will be your hand that holds mine. And those beautiful blue eyes will be the last thing I see before I leave.
Yeah, I guess the boat would be right on time because we had a 2-week time skip. Plus like 3 days before that, so she actually has a couple of days before the boat was going to leave.
So, you didn't find your husband on that island, Mrs. Everhart.
I did find my husband. He wasn't on the island, though.
But what have you been doing these 3 days then?
It's only been 3
Did
days?
you find them?
I don't know. The truth about myself, I suppose. And at the same time, the reason to go back home.
I don't think I follow you.
Have you ever been in love, Captain Hodgson?
In love? You mean like in a romance novel?
No, that's fiction, Captain. In real life, true love stories don't end with a wedding. They end with a funeral. And the only thing that eases that final moment of heartbreaking sadness are all the good memories lived together.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt anything like that, Mrs. Everhart. But if you love your husband that much, he's certainly a lucky man.
We are both lucky.
That line was fucking insane. True love doesn't end with a wedding, it ends with a funeral. Holy shit. That was a fucking line and a half.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear. May some angel sentry guard you while I stray, and fate be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine, Harry, don't worry. I can keep going.
No, listen, let's leave it for today. You shouldn't make any unnecessary efforts.
Really, darling, I'm fine.
You need to rest, Nora. Come on, I'll take you to bed.
Is that the end? Is it the end of the game? Damn.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. In the end, it didn't matter. You returned home and forgave my deception. We moved close to the sea and had a few more good years, didn't we? Until you left me at one sunny March morning. I wish I could be reunited with you. But fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work, because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.
Alright, do we go for the other ending? That ending was pretty great, to be honest. Like, I thought it lost me for a minute, until the reveal that it was Cassandra's body. Like, I was like, oh no, don't have this terrible ending. And then, yeah, the ending was actually fine. Let's go back and do the other ending, where she chooses to leave him and become a space monster.
We had a really good life.
There's no way this ending's
That's
gonna
not
be
my
good.
life anymore, is it, Harry?
This has to be
After what
such a
I've been
bad
through on this
ending.
island, after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind.
I don't think this ending's gonna be as satisfying. I think the one I've just
Going
picked
back
was
home.
better. I think this one will be shorter too.
What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else. Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the Icor. Connected with the Elder God. Goodbye, Harry.
No, if I
So I guess I get to play this part. The other ending didn't really have parts I could play. Oh, it's on rails again. The thing is, even though this is like a sadder ending because you don't spend the rest of your life with Harry, in a way this is what Harry wishes for, right? Harry wishes for you to come here and fulfill your fate. I don't think he ever expects that you're not going to do it. Like, I think it would be a big surprise when Harry finds that you go back to him. There's our dad, Cthulhu. Like, Harry wants us to do this ending. He wants us to have eternal life and be a space drone or whatever. Yeah, so I guess that ending is kind of like a happy ending in a way.
Okay, are you ready?
And then the same song.
Yes, I'm
yeah.
ready.
I guess I can skip
1,
it, right?
2, don't forget the harmony. 1,
I can't
2,
skip
3.
it. Alright. I don't think there's gonna be a post-credits. Is there?
All my life is empty.
I'm gonna let this play,
since I went
right?
away.
And then I'm gonna be back at the
Skies don't
end,
seem to be
and we'll see if
so
it follows up with what happens to Harry. Because the last ending followed up with what happened to Harry if we died with him. So, all right, I'll be RB.
kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine. I love you, Nora.
And I love you, Harry.
She didn't cough in this ending.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.
Well, that's kind of interesting, right? The way that both endings, he kind of doubts whether or not he did the right thing. Damn. Oh shit, I missed some stuff. Wait, there's a secret object in each thing? Hold up, I don't even know what the secret object would be in each thing. I found one secret object that I know about, right? It was the projector's final slides. Murals 1 out of 2. Yeah, I made sure to like try and get all the murals, but I guess I missed one. Damn. Do I go back and 100% this game off stream? Possibly. Because it doesn't look like it would take much, right? It doesn't look like it would take much to find everything. Yeah. Alright. Plus, a lot of the chapters are self-contained, so if you load up a chapter, you could just run straight to the secret. Alright. This music is loud as hell. Thanks for watching. If you watched this far. I got 19 out of the 34 achievements, 55% completion. Is there any funny achievement? Right. Found the secret object on chapter 1 and 2. 40% of people find the secret object on chapter 1 and 2, and I didn't. Find the secret object on chapter 4. 35% of people find it, and I didn't. And then watch the last slide from Harry's projector. 25% of people got it and I didn't. I did watch the last slide on the projector. It was like an ink blot, dude. Not an ink blot. An ink, like, you know, like a bendy rubber hose animation of Nora. Come on, man. Replay a level. You found the secret object in chapter 6. Dude, how did I miss all these? Find the Lady Shannon recording? You look that up in a guide. You have played the notes of the music box of chapter 4 on the piano in chapter 3. Oh, wow. You know the da-na-na-na-na. If you play that on the piano in chapter 3, you get an achievement. Open a portal to Arcadia. Only 8% of people have it. You found the out of the blue key. You found the out of the blue key? Where did my motorboat go? Gently down the street. What the fuck? You made Nora sing to a microphone with no power. Are you happy now? I tried that and she didn't. I didn't get the achievement. Maybe some of these are bugged. I would say that. Yeah, I would say the slideshow one and singing into the microphone with no power are both bugged. I probably would have gotten those. Alright. Anyway. We donezo? I think we're donezo. Good night. Thanks for watching. It is 1:20 a.m. I'm severely done now. Super done. Great game. Worth the full price. It came out in 2020, December 8th. That's 3 years ago almost. Hopefully the developer Out of the Blue Games makes something else that's really good and interesting for me. It looks like their next game is... No, this can't be the same people. No, it's not. It's the way that Steam works right now, sometimes when you click on a developer, it actually takes you to the publisher's page. So it's showing me that there's like a Stardew Valley type game from the publisher, but that's not the same thing. Yeah, hopefully these guys make some other good ass fucking game at some point. I would hate for it to just be a one and done type deal. Anyway, good night. Good night.